recording was the only thing you found down there?
Yes, ma'am.
I did a thorough sweep of the site and did not find anything else of value. Just like the previous site, everything had been stripped of information. 2 hours at the ground site, and that was all you were able to discern? Yes, ma'am. I've heard tales about how SITOs were masters at discovering even the most hidden truth. This performance is not living up to those standards. Yes, ma'am. Did you take photographs of either ground site or for later study? Of course not. Major Basile, did you ensure that your security officer had performed her checks to ensure safety of my crew? Oh, now she is my security officer. I did. We ensured that all protective measures were taken. So you let Captain Moonfollow out of your line of vision? She was within shouting distance and had Lieutenant Starr with her. How could I have foreseen this? Correct. You made all the right choice at the start. When you heard from this recording that their team had been attacked, did you deem it important to notify them?
That is my fault, ma'am.
So?
I was agitated with Major Basile and started to fight with her. She was going to notify Captain Moonfollow, but I pulled her away from it. The error in judgment resides with me.
Why do you sound like more like a smoker than less like Snow?
I'm sick.
You just said you were sick like 2 seconds ago.
I know, I'm sick, okay?
Don't let him lie to you. I was the one who cared more about finding more clues. They're both wrong, Commander. I just watched them fight instead of doing anything to break it up. You all screwed up equally.
That's my life.
As the ranking officer in charge of this operation, I bear all responsibility for what happened out there. Major, you will learn as you command that there are times when you could have prevented a catastrophe. Hindsight will always be perfect. You screwed up today in a way that could have been prevented. You let emotions drive you and let your guard down. Captain Moonfollow had to pay for that mistake. But mistakes happen. Learn from them. Tell me, what happened to Captain Moonfollow?
I can explain that.
By all means.
Faye was investigating some wildflowers she had noticed on the fringes of the camp. The pup thought it was really strange because it was the only flora she had found.
What were you doing?
Thinking.
So both of your guards were down and you were outside the vision range of Lieutenant Zuri.
Well, I'm sorry.
Well, excuse me, Princess.
We thought everything was safe.
Bearing.
I'm sorry if my bearing isn't rock hard right now. I'm a little shook up. 1 minute I'm staring off into space, the next there was these things leaping out of the sand. They were like large fish with stingers grafted to their tails. These long, curved, ghastly things that reminded me of the night sky. They were on top of Faye before I could do anything. I tried to beat them off of Faye, but they just swarmed all over her. I beat them, I hit them, but they just kept coming. It meant something, right? She must have been gravely injured, but I saved her life.
We will see in time. Lieutenant Zuri, does that match your impression of them? Swarm was the best way to describe them. I think the campsite was on top of their nest. Could they have been used as a defense from intruders set up by the researchers? I don't think so. I think they were meant to protect whatever the researchers uncovered. Like the thunderstorm, could these have been defenses against intruders? The idea is bleak, but strangely reassuring. There should have been tougher defenses I can't talk. There should have been tougher defenses if this device was truly dangerous. The commoner, as soon as Face tells me, she came to the same conclusion. Are either of you injured?
Like they could hurt me.
A couple of scratches, nothing serious. The stingers didn't get me, so no poison to worry about. All of you except Lieutenant Zuri, return to duty. We will need all hands prepared for whatever awaits us at our destination.
Where is it, ma'am?
Deep space. No known worlds out there. We are jumping into the depths of darkness. Our supplies are limited, so I am ordering us move to Rat 2. Blech. I've survived on ration level 2 before, but I don't like it. Smaller portions, nothing wasted. You messed up, but completed the objective. You can do better next time. Dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on, Zuri. Let's stop by my lab before I walk you back to your room. I want to take a look at your wounds.
Not going to experiment on me, are you?
Stop making it sexual! Perhaps there might be information on where these things came from if they were a genetic weapon.
I was kidding.
That's why you don't joke about all these sorts of things around Natalie.
I'll remember that.
Sure you will. Let's get back to the bridge, Star. Wingy will want to Wingy? Wingy will want to hear all about how you beat back swarms of mutant fish.
Fine. Have fun playing doctor.
Let's go, Zuri. Woo! Let's go, Zuri!
You know what we should do for April Fools?
What?
Like, switch around the voices.
What does that mean?
So, like you do my voices, I do your voices.
That will never work.
No, it's for, like, April Fools.
If I'm recording, if this video will be on April Fool's.
No, like a different video.
Oh.
Like, whatever video we do on April Fools.
Okay.
Here you are, going to take a nap?
Not until I've had a look at your wounds.
Nat, the mad scientist.
Here I am, trying to make sure you are happy and healthy, and you are trying to escape from it. What if those wounds contain poison?
Oh, then you'd have to suck it out.
I don't know. Take me to Stan?
I'm starting to suspect that our good doctor might be trying to pocket medical supplies on the side. I'd rather be the one to inspect your wounds.
Me too. He's very nice to me, but he always asks the strangest questions.
What sort of questions?
I don't know. He doesn't ask them to me anymore. After a month or so, he just stopped caring about me or my existence.
That's probably for the best. Where were you cut?
My hand, don't worry, I'm fine. Stop glaring at me, please.
Hand out.
No.
Don't make me get a sedative from the doctor. I'm not letting you get away without an inspection.
If you insist.
Stop making it sexual! I am. You saved Kika and Faye today. A legendary warrior like yourself deserves the best treatment possible. I can't talk.
I did. I saved them. Were you impressed?
Very.
You're not mad about me having to hit you with my tail, right? I tried to be very careful.
Normally people slap the other person when they aren't being logical. Your tail had a lot more force.
Sorry.
Don't apologize. If I would have went with you, those things would have torn me apart. You saved my life today. I almost broke my arm in the process, but you did. While she's distracted with thoughts of being a valiant warrior, I take her coarse hands into mine. Despite her protests earlier, I can see that her hand was sliced up pretty bad. I can see trace amounts of a liquid other than blood on her hand. With a small vial and rubber gloves, I gather up as much of the liquid-infused blood as I can. I don't remember reading about many animals that can leave notable amounts of venom on their victim.
What is it?
I'm not quite sure. I want to have it analyzed, though. You don't appear to be showing any signs of contamination, but tell me immediately if you start feeling funny.
Knock knock.
Not that kind of funny. On closer inspection, I can see that slice was the right word for it. The cuts are clean and deep. How Zuri manages to go without wincing as I clean up the wounds is remarkable. But why would a wild beast be able to claw up someone in such a perfectly straight and precise manner? Oh my god! It's Kuja's fucking stand. The Star Platinum.
No.
But with cuts.
Yeah, that's cut marks. It'd be more like,
Yeah, but he said he has the most precise stand.
Oh, no,
So
it's
that's
still
why.
be more like the, that water guy who was blind.
Well, yeah, a mix of both.
Yeah.
Mix of
the
both.
water guy was pretty fast too. 'Cause there's
But
that
no,
whole thing at the end where
it's
they
not
were
about
having
being fast. It's also about being precise.
Yeah, there was some pretty precise hits. I mean, it was like, because remember, like, the whole end of it was like a contest to see who was faster, but then also, like, the water thing was precise enough to stick the guy's head inside a water canister.
This is most peculiar.
Go test it.
Hmm?
I can see it in your eyes. You really want to go test it.
Not until I finish bandaging up your hand.
Don't you need to focus on...
I don't know what I need right now. Just let me help. There.
See? All better. Come on, I want to know what is bugging you.
I want to know how you aren't moaning and groaning. Those were some deep cuts.
These little scratches, they're nothing. I've gotten roughed up a lot worse.
I guess all that physical training has its perks. I walk over to my identifier and pour the fluid into the mixer.
Fluid is painkiller.
Since we are in shift, heading for the furthest reaches of space, I'm not going to be able to use the database. I'm gonna have to hope that this is a common toxin. Yeah, that will happen. The mutant creature on some far-off world isn't going to be...
What's that like?
It's done. Pull up the readout, expecting to see an error. No, it's a result.
Try
Quadratexodon. It's a toxin designed by the Walton Empire. It's lethal to Lupid and Kitsune in nearly 65% of direct contact cases. Most symptoms include muscle paralysis, short-term memory loss, and, depending on the dose, rapid death. It works on a cellular level by preventing the exchange of oxygen and CO2. Against non-Lupid and non-Kitsune, it had very little effect. Most people don't show any effects even after direct exposure of considerable quantities.
That seems like a strange thing for mutant desert fish to excrete.
Perhaps not. Those cuts, they're too clean. Too careful to be natural. Computer, how many matches do I have for Ralton genetic weapons that match to Lieutenant Zuri's descriptions?
Checking with data. No, wait. Answer Niniku. Checking with database. No, Ralton genetic weapons. Description matches 3 potential candidates.
The Empire did this? Why would they attack scientists?
They wanted the weapon for themselves, obviously. Still, something here doesn't make sense. Why would you attack the scientists with such strange weapons if you already knew the location?
One of the most important rules of warfare is to know your opponent. Whoever they wanted to kill was a Lupid or Kitsune.
Maybe we are thinking about this the wrong way. Nothing in the researcher's audio log suggests that the creatures who attacked him were fish-like. This is going on out on a limb, but what if the Ratlins arrived after the scientists? They could have killed the researchers and stolen their data. That would explain why we can't find any information. The last researcher managed to escape with the weapon with the Imperials in pursuit. Our friendly little fishies were meant to prevent us from following them any further. They knew we were coming and made a move to stop us. But how could they jam our attempts of understanding if they didn't know we were coming?
They knew?
The spy. The spy on board has been forwarding all of our information to allow the Ratlins to the chase to beat us to the punch. I need to talk to Faye before our insidious foe can get to her.
No insidious foe.
She knows something so important that it was worth making sure she died on the planet instead of me.
Who would try to kill Faye? Faye's harmless. What sort of sick mind would attack the innocent?
Someone who knew her coordinates, who had direct access to my lab at one point, who has never had an alibi, who could bait Faye into a trap.
But the only person who fits all those conditions is Kika. She wouldn't try to kill her friend.
Would she? Pride can make people do terribly stupid things.
Don't you believe Kika?
It's my job to question assumptions until I can determine the truth.
You must lead a really sad life, huh?
Sad, I guess it is a little sad. Trust is a commodity that I can't afford to have if I want to find the truth. Trust is something I can't have. I never thought about it like that. I always thought I would be fighting the legions of evil across the galaxy, fighting the villains and thwarting them with ease. I never thought I'd have to think ill about heartbroken kitsunes who lost their parents. I never thought I'd look suspiciously at a man who ran every day with me to improve my fitness scores.
Hey, I'm there for you. Don't look so sad.
I'm
Hi there for you on here.
not sad.
Okay, but if you are, you can always talk to me. I might not understand everything, but I can always be there to give you a sympathetic shoulder.
It's nice to know. Let's get you back to your room before the commander starts asking.
Yell if you need me. No door will stop me from helping you thwart the true culprit.
Thanks, Uri. Her soft green eyes twinkle with happiness, and I can feel a little bubble of joy bloom in my heart, knowing that I have someone supporting me, even if she's got crazy misconceptions of honor and pride, gives me hope. If I can find the culprit, find the researcher and his weapon, stop everything, nobody will need to suspect her anymore. It's weird. I'm considering Zuri's happiness more important of a priority than my promotion. I must be feeling sick or too tired to evaluate the situation better. Still, I like this warm, fuzzy feeling in my heart. I don't want to get feelings for Zuri, I want to get feelings for Soul.
It's getting there. You've already put the choice in. It's just I'm sure the story stays the same.
Oh, yay. Well, that's gonna be it for this
Also, I
episode.
have a theory.
That's gonna be it for this
Can I
episode.
tell you my theory?
No.
I think the dog lady poisoned herself so that she would not look like a suspect.
Okay.
But then she actually cares about everyone on the crew, so she'd rather hurt herself to derail the investigation than actually see someone other than herself get hurt.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it?
Yeah.
Nothing else for you to say?
Nope.
Okay. That being said, if you guys enjoyed this episode of Rising Angels Reborn and would like to see more of this game, then leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, don't you fucking dare. And remember, don't die safely.
I wasn't actually
Bye-bye.
gonna do that.
Well, stop making me think that you are.